Crypto Pirates? Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate's FN Hangout. I am the captain, your captain, RG3. One more Friday night. So ahoy to you pirates, Hexicans, crypto whiny little bitches. And that was another category, not add you as calling you guys. But there are some of you out there that are whiny little bitches. Gosh, why do I have to always say this to you guys? But anyway, it doesn't matter. I should just let it be. Let it be. Wow, what a week we're having. What a week we're having. The whole world is turning upside down. Dogs and cats living together, all that kind of good stuff. Undeniably strange times. And I'm sure that we're going to have some people come in here and want to talk crypto and what's happening with it and DeFi. So I like the thumbnail that SJ put together today. She called DeFi, is DeFi dead? DeFi dead. Why? What are we doing to protect it? I think that's what's important. What is important is how do we protect DeFi in this tumultuous, I can't pronounce that word. Tumultuous times. I guess when you get old, you can't pronounce words. It's looking strange in the political environment for crypto. I don't know what's going to be good or bad for it, because nothing so far has really ever affected it other than BS news and narrative. Let's face it. The space has been full of the worst people that we could have possibly asked for. They've lied, cheated, stolen, made bullshit products. And all along, those of us who were here for the tech, and hopefully with the tech came the mad gains, right? That's what we were all hoping for. And so instead of that, we got the hucksters, shucksters, and thieves came in and set up every type of centralized organization, agency, group that they could figure out how to put together to take hold of this. See, with the technology like crypto, you've got people that are going to try and exploit it and exploit all the people in it, and that's what we've had. So it's no wonder it's not trusted. It's no wonder that regulatory agencies can't lean into it and try and regulate it properly. Not that they want to, and I'm not giving Mr. Gigi a free ride. What I'm saying is that these politicians, government officials, bureaucrats, all this kind of stuff. And I know I got my band of libertarians and anarchists out there. That's not me. I mean, I have some really good friends that are, basically anarchist capitalists and whatnot. And we just have to disagree on what I think that this government should be doing. I think that there is some necessary regulatory agency that needs to be set up, but we can't set one up with what's out there. 90, probably 99% of crypto is BS. So with that, how does somebody regulate that? How do you regulate something that's full of crap, full of garbage? You can't. How are you going to? What's a good consumer protection narrative? Shut it all down. Right? I mean, think about it. If somebody gave you the job to regulate crypto, just say somebody gave you that job. Say, okay, I want you to go in there and set up regulations for this thing. Not one of you in here could do it. Not one of you. Not a single one. Why? Where would you start? What would you do? Shut it all down? If 90%, 99% of it's garbage? What do you do in that case? That's what strikes fear into me, is when these regulatory agencies do get set up and they are ready to regulate or whatever, be like, God damn, that's a cesspool and a shit show. Burn that circus. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what's in store for crypto. And maybe it is going to only be left to the anarchist capitalists, anarcho-capitalists. What do they call them? Anarcho-capitalists? Narco-capitalists? Something like that. Anyway, let me say hello to everybody. Sandy Beach was first. Oh, lady, Sandy Beach. Thank you for coming. Drix, what's up, dude? Our photographer. On the PulseChain tour. The evil PulseChain tour. I won't even get into that one. My goodness. Like my friends, people that I consider my friends are coming at me sideways about the PulseChain tour. Can't have nice things. Can't have nice things. Let's see who else is in here. Hey, what's up? Pulse Jitsu. What's up? Good to have you. Oh, that's Fast. Is that Farming with Fast Abdul? Melv Tony. Hey, what's up, dude? Who else is here? Latest. Got me in here with clickbait. Yes. Got you in here with clickbait. Good job, SJ. Hopefully we'll get to keep you around for a bit. This show is your show. This show is for people to come in here. And especially if somebody has a critique for me or something that I'm doing, it would be nice to have you come in here and talk to me about it. Because that's what this is for. Discourse Syndicate. It's all of us supposed to be able to talk and air our grievances out. Educate. Learn from one another. I will definitely listen to what you have to say. Let's see. Child, what's happening, bro? Let's see. Melv Tony saying thanks for supporting him. Everybody should be supporting Melv Tony on the Twitters. He is he is nothing but a asset and a help here around here by posting numbers and taking care of us. What's up, Kyle? How you doing? Who else is in here? My favorite pirate guy. Yeah, there's not too many of them out there, is there? What's up, Bitcoin Chris? Good to have you here, Bitcoin Chris. Hello. Let's see. And that's it. How dare you spend your personal time promoting the chain? Yeah, I know. You know, and you know what disheartens me about it is that I can care less about me, my time, my money, my efforts. I mean, of course I care about all that, but that's not what fries my biscuits or chaps my shorts. It's the disrespect that Black Hexican, KC, and SJ get for doing what they do. They work hard and they don't get paid. This is a volunteer effort. I mean, they make enough to get things taken care of, you know, like the bus didn't break down. Well, it did break down. We just fixed it. All these kinds of things. And what's funny is that I want to dispel the myth that I live a lavish lifestyle because of the PulseChain tour. I'd live a much better lifestyle if I didn't have the PulseChain tour. Guarantee you. A much better lifestyle. I'd get to spend more time home, more time here surfing, more time spending my money instead of handing it out to, you know, the tour to go out and promote for you guys. You know, the funny thing is like, you know, when it was started 2 years ago, by the way, guys, 2 years of service out there. These ladies and myself have been traveling the world, bringing the PulseChain tour. It was cool. It was a cool idea. Everyone's sporting it behind it, had people showing up at the events, all the OGs. and they'd come and hang out and talk at the events, and everybody was happy. Then the bear market came. Now, we had committed to these dates and these locations and these places and these times and all this kind of stuff. And you know, KC is really good at listening to what the community wants. You know, she's put on a few events. She did a Vegas event, a couple of Vegas events now. She's putting another one on next year for us for the PulseChain tour, and that I'm supporting. And she's put on a lot of these events and listened to what everybody wants. And you know, they said, "Oh, hey, we want to do karaoke. Oh, hey, we want to go sit down and have dinner. And hey, we want to do this. We want to do that." So she put a VIP package together for everybody. And if you wanted to pay for the VIP package, you went. And now I literally see people getting online and saying, you know, talking shit about that. It's like, why is that even? Why is that? Why does that make somebody's character come into question? Especially by some of my friends are questioning character for putting out something that people were asking for. And trust me, it pays for, you know, the VIP event. That's what it does. It pays for the drinks and the food and the, you know, and on top of it, like in Vegas, Hexy bastard came in and we were having a party. Hexy bastard drops $2,000 down and opens the bar up for another couple hours for everybody. And then I did the same thing after that because the party was still going on. So we did the same thing again. And that was on our dime to, you know, I'm not tooting our horn, but I'm just saying that's the kind of stuff that happens out there. Like, it's like we're a family. Like we share with one another. There's nobody making a fucking killing off of this shit, man. We're just having a good time. And if you don't want to come and have a good time with us, then fine, go fucking sit down, go eat worms. That's okay. And sit in a corner and act like nobody likes you, because probably nobody does if you're that miserable about things. So I hate having to talk about this stuff. But you know what? It does have to be addressed because there's something wrong in this world right now. There's something wrong. And it's a lot of you snot-nosed little fucking kids that don't know how to talk to people. I'm of a certain age, so I get to talk to you guys like that because most of you are younger than me. So shut the fuck up and listen. You guys need to start learning how to treat people. There's a good book out there called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's an old book. It was wrote like, I don't know, 30s, 40s, something like that. But I try and read it once a year. I don't read. I listen to the audiobook, so I got it on audio. And I try and listen to it once a year. Why? Because it's a very good instruction manual on how to treat others with respect and dignity, and therefore you get it. For some reason, this get it now society, this fucking online warrior sit behind your fucking keyboard while your mama and your daddy is still taking care of your snotty nosed little ass. It's okay for you to just go out there and take it out on the world because you didn't have a rite of passage, young man. So I'm going to be a red pill asshole because I didn't get a rite of passage. And I'm going to treat people with disrespect and bowl over them and like guys who know how to be strong and wrong instead of respecting people. I'm seeing it. It's disgusting. You know, and then I got people talking shit about me. Look, guys, I left my house at 16. Then I went and served our country. And then I came home, struggled, strife, biff, boop, bom, boom, boom, raised a family, bought houses, had careers. I did all that shit. Half of you still sitting in your mama's basement. Can't afford to get out. Complaining that you may not ever be able to buy a house because it's too expensive out there. Well, get out there and get to fucking work. Go to work. Get 2 jobs, 3 jobs. They used to do that back in the 30s and 40s and 50s when people needed money. They'd get 2 and 3 jobs. I've had 2 jobs before. I clean toilets at night. and had a job in the daytime. How many of you done that shit? How many of you work 16 hours a day? How many of you had to work a 23-hour day? Fucking crying because you're so tired. Yeah. Yeah. So I take offense to some of the shit you guys are saying out there, especially those of you who are my friends, who are supposedly my friends. Like, come to me and ask me, talk to me. Say, hey, RG, I got a question, man. I'm a little concerned about this whole PulseChain tour, man. How much money are you making on this? Is this, I'll tell you, I'll sit down and tell you. I'll show you the books. I'll open up the books for you and you'll cry. You go, why are you doing that? Why would you even do that? For these ungrateful people, why would you do something like that? Because I committed to it. That's why. Because I committed to it. Because I said I think we should fill stadiums and that we should get the word of DeFi out there before they shut it down. We should be rocking and rolling instead of bitching, moaning, and complaining and poking fun at each other on fucking Twitter, on that cesspool of a fucking site that's Twitter. Cesspool. What a fucking cesspool. I am ashamed and embarrassed that I've put so much time into building on that fucking piece of shit. It's garbage as far as I'm concerned. No, like, who am I marketing to? I'm not marketing to nobody. It's just a bunch of little fucking whiny ass little bitches on there complaining all the time. So I've decided to move elsewhere, and I'm going to still come here on Friday nights and talk to you guys because I like to, and I like to give you guys a forum to come in and speak and find out what I'm doing lately. Going to be speaking in front of different groups of people outside of the crypto space about Hex and how that can work for them as a retirement plan in DeFi. I'm also going to be working with a company that I helped to found called FanForge, which is going to bring gaming, entertainment, art, and curation, all that stuff to the blockchain without people even knowing it's really blockchain. Working with big companies within the gaming and entertainment industry to do so. And I'm going to try and make outreach and try and do what I can to help DeFi get on the map. And the 1% of products that I know out there that if a regulator really looked at it would go, hey, these are the things that work. You're right. These DeFi tools, these are things that are safe for people to use, and they fit within the guidelines of what what crypto should look like. Truth. But if we don't, DeFi is going to get lumped in with everything else, and they're going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Mark my words. Unless you guys pull your fucking heads out of your asses and start doing the right thing. And oh yeah, what's the other one? Oh, RG's on some fucking trip, man. He's got a big head now. He's changed. He's got all this going on, and he's really, really thinks he's something. No, I don't. I never have. I've always said that all of you guys have been smarter than me. I've always said that I learned from you. One of the unfortunate things is that you guys don't learn from me. You don't take the gift that I give you and fucking use it. You'll listen to everybody else with charts and shit and meme coins and all that other stuff. You'll listen to that, but you won't listen to old time-tested fucking advice. Going out there and being better people, making a better community with stronger folks that do good in the world versus all this bullshit that we see out there. And I don't care. You guys can come at me all you want. Those of you want to meme shit and say stupid shit and talk crap. Fucking scoreboard, baby. Where you been? What have you done? What does your life look like? That's what it really is. A fucking tweet and a meme don't mean shit when it comes to the real fucking scoreboard. Let's see what your scoreboard does. I'll put mine up against anybody's out there. Anybody's. See, that's the difference. I see value in you guys. Now, I know some of you, I'm not talking to some of you. Some of you are supporters. Some of you come to me and tell me, what I've done to help you change your life, whatever. I appreciate you guys. I really do. But it seems that the people who are making the noise are the detractors. They are the loudest. They are the ones getting recognized. And the majority of you who do get something out of this stuff, who have listened to the things that we've said, are being silent. And that's what SJ's thumbnail was about. Being silent. And we've all done that for too long. I did that for too long. You got to speak the truth. You got to talk to people and be open and say it how you see it, instead of bullshit conspiracy theories and coming at people sideways to try and make yourself feel better. Because look, no matter how many times you meme somebody, it's not going to make you feel better, because no matter where you're trying to run from, there you are, man. You're going to still be there. Thanks, Melv Tony. I appreciate you. And we know that. And like I said, it isn't true with all of you. But there is a loud minority out there that is making it ugly for everyone. And I'm not saying that things shouldn't be brought into question. There are things that I've done that should be questioned. Yes, question me, ask me. But to go out there and make accusations or, lie, straight up lies, conspiracy theories, that kind of bullshit. No, I have never compromised my integrity here. I've said every single time, all you got to do is ask. All you got to do is ask. Ask me. What am I done and what am I involved in? How am the highest of stakes, the movie. Wasn't very successful, was it? We've, had a hard time getting it distributed. We got gatekept all the way through. Nobody wanted a feel-good movie about crypto or a objective view of crypto. So we got worked. We got worked on it. Now it's out there. It's doing its thing, and maybe in a bull market it'll do better. But for now, that was something that we took on. We thought it was going to help, and that's it. Just like PulseChain Tour. We think these things are going to help. We think these things are going to be good. We think these things are going to help us to bring adoption. Nobody knows. This is a wild, wild west. Nobody knows what's going to work. Hindsight's 2020. I love all these armchair quarterbacks. Oh, that was a waste of fucking money. That was a waste of time. Blah, 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 blah. You didn't try it. You didn't fail forward. You just critique. You just sit there and critique it versus helping and saying, hey, that didn't work. You spent a bunch of money on that. Maybe it was the wrong way. Maybe we should do it this way or that way. Or how can we make something like that work? Or maybe we should never do that again. All those kinds of things. Instead of the weirdness that's out there, just the garbage, the absolute garbage. I feel sorry for some of you that have to think that way on a daily basis. I don't think that way. I've got a positive outlook on things. I want to see things move forward. I want things to get better. Yeah. Thoughts Child said he's going to come up and testify. Oh man. So it seems like a lot of my shows are like this, and that's a sad thing. We can't talk much about what's going on out there other than we don't know. And there's some concern. But if the political landscape here continues to go in the direction that it's going and gains momentum and changes the direction in which we thought it was going, then we've got to figure out what the game plan is. And what are we going to do? Sit back and cry and complain? riot in the streets. What, 20 of us out there rioting the streets? I know how many of you are motivated to get up off of your asses and go outside. Trust me, I've been out there. So that's not going to work. And yeah, rage against the machine, right, Ash? Yeah. Again, it's not something that's going to it's not something that's this dream of some kind of you know, over, government overthrow or any of that kind of stuff, or loss of the dollar. I've been hearing that one for years and years, and you guys all know that I am not a conspiracy theorist or a proponent of, the dollar going to zero, and something else taking over, especially Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to take over the dollar with China owning all the miners. It's funny because guys like all the Bitcoin maxis have laughed at me when I embarrassingly and crudely explained what Hex was going to do one day. Saying, hey, Hex has gone from here to here and it's going to go from here to here. And if you look at the dates, it did. I was right, even though it didn't look very intelligent. It wasn't one of my better moments or whatever, but I was still right. And I'm still right now. And all of their talk and bullshit and smart talk, the smart dudes, yeah, they're saying a whole bunch, man. They were strong and wrong, baby, strong and wrong. All you Bitcoiners, you got a couple runs in you, of course, it'll happen, but you ain't saving a dollar with Bitcoin. Ain't happening. You need DeFi, guys. Bitcoin has been taken over. They sold you out, guys. They sold you out. The maxis gave it all to BlackRock. Michael Saylor and the Chinese mining pools. Oh my gosh. How pathetic is that? How pathetic is that? Kyle, this is cool. Kyle says, I miss when my Twitter timeline was just Hexicans talking game theory. It was cool back then. It was cool. I loved it when we were talking about staking and game theory and T-shares and the mathematics and what it all meant and programming and what was programmed into it. And, kind of like, how the halvening is programmed to Bitcoin, what all of these things meant to Hex and then the coming of PulseChain. Oh, everybody was so excited about PulseChain coming. Like, everybody was fired up. Like, Richard Hart's going to make his own blockchain. Like, we're going to help Ethereum. We're going to forget it. Just, it's not going to be just Hex anymore. Hex being like, the greatest crypto product ever. And we're going to have a blockchain like Ethereum, and everybody's going to be able to build cool stuff and fork stuff over. And we'll market to all of them and tell them there's a better way to do crypto. Come over here. And then Hexicans, the best of us, the best of the Hexicans went out there and started building things. And literally like crabs in a fucking bucket, the rest of the Hexicans started dragging them back down as they tried. Some of them made mistakes. Some of them failed. Some scams came. But none of them fucking had a chance. The community, like rabid dogs in a bear market, all pissed off and mad because they were cut down on their supply of Hot Pockets by their mom because they had no more money. And that basement was getting cold because she had to turn the heat off every now and then. And you couldn't get that new gaming rig, so you had to use your old one. Your video card was getting old, and you couldn't get a new video card anyway because all miners took them. had to get so angry that you'd go after even Hexicans building things on PulseChain. Just flipped 180. Like, fuck innovation, fuck moving forward, fuck PulseChain being the blockchain. Anybody builds on it, you're a fucking asshole. You're a cabal member. You're trying to take our money. Take our money. Take our money. You're trying to take our money. Oh, well, it is what it is. Trap. Good to see you, Trap. I hope all is well. The Predator. Yeah. Hey, I ain't taking it that way, man. No. Oh, shit. Let's see. Who else is in here now? Do you still stream with whales only, RG? You know what? I love me some whales. Whales is my friend. And, we've done a lot of things in the background together. But no, I haven't streamed with him in a while. He and I are, we mentor each other. We call each other, and we have, we have opposing views on things at times. And, he'll call me or I'll call him, and we'll get into something, and it's always friendly, of course. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? How's everything? And then we'll, hey, I want to talk about this or that. And then we'll get into it. And then it'll get heated sometimes. It'll get heated, but then we'll both start to talk to one another about each other's point of view. I love this about our relationship that he and I have. And we'll start to, I'll bend, and then he'll bend, and then we'll start to see each other's side. And of course, there's never like, oh yeah, man, I'm all in, and I'm hearing what you're saying. And same with me, with him, and it's like we agree to disagree on certain things. We see each other's points, and then we move on. And it's such an awesome learning experience and a friendship that I've developed with him over the years, that I cherish it, because I like that kind of engagement. I like that discourse. I like somebody who will challenge me, allow me to challenge them, and then we come around in the middle somewhere. And then the 10% of bullshit that we don't agree on, we throw it out the door, because our friendship and how important he is to teaching me about things and how important I am to teaching him about things is what's most important in our relationship. And that's how it should be. That's how things should look. And I don't see that out there, and I don't see that anymore. And if you guys want to get value out of human beings, out of relationships, out of one another, that's how you start treating this shit. I'm serious. I'm trying to teach you guys something here. Like, this is important stuff. Like, if we want to get better and stronger and move forward, these are the kind of things that have to happen. Like, you got to grow up, guys. You got to fucking grow up. I don't understand what's going on out here. And I know that it's difficult for, people to get, decent wages, to pay rent. And all. I don't get it, and all this stuff. I know that it's tough out there, but man, some of you got to man up. Some of you got to pull up your big girl panties and your big boy pants and get fucking going, and start being better human beings about it too. Man, let's see. Whales streamed yesterday. Yeah, I missed. I don't get to see too many streams. I've been really, really busy, and quite frankly, I've been busy because Burning Man is coming up. So we got the burn coming up, and me and my buddy Kool-Aid. Everybody knows Kool-Aid. That's our thing. We go. Well, I went last year for the first time, so it's not. But that's our thing that we're going to do again this year. I'm excited for it. He and I are going to actually set up a tech center in Burning Man. So we are going to provide free Starlink Wi-Fi to the camp, and we're going to do NFT art because Burning Man is all about art, and I'm doing a talk there. So radical self-reliance through decentralized finance is going to be my talk that I do there at Burning Man. So that was cool that they invited me to do that at Camp Mystic. So I'll be doing that there, and talking about, kind of the Burning Man ethos and what decentralized finance means to it. So a lot of people are excited about it because, they're not, some of them, they are crypto kind of, they're crypto kind of. So it's going to be cool to be able to do that there. And so I've been spending a lot of time preparing for that. It's summertime. Now the kids are all back in school. So yeah, it's pretty, been pretty busy. So I haven't been able to get out there much. Let's see, what do we got? So Volatile says, everyone in the Hexican community has taught me a lot, especially Wells' old video on macro. Yeah. Wells, when it comes to, he and I spitball on the macroeconomic stuff a lot. And he's really good. I mean, because, the guy, I don't know how to say it, but anyway, that's his thing. He knows it, and he knows it well. It's on a daily basis. That's his thing. Let's see, what else do we got in here? Volatile also says, Wales changed my whole shit. Imagine, I felt like getting 16 invites to be on his show. I was damn. Let's see. I'll be telling friends about CBDCs, but they just laugh and say everything will work out. But I don't think they understand the magnitude of what's coming. See, this is where Wales and I have our slight disagreements. I think that the sky is falling narrative is wrong. First of all, it puts a negative target out there for us to focus on. A lot of people focusing on this negative, the impending doom. No. And it usually, all these impending doom bullshits always fizzle out. They, come on, man. We've been listening to people for years. Buy gold, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold. The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Your maker's coming. It's all over. Game over, man. No, it's not game over. It's get your ass up and get to work. Make this place a better place. Make the world a better place. Show people what DeFi is. Quit, buying 5-gallon buckets of chili mac and fucking AR-15s and hiding in your basement. Get out and go make the world a better place. People bitch about that PulseChain tour, but nobody's bitching about anybody goes out and buys a new AR for, $1,500 or $2,000. So what? So you can throw some freaking lead through some paper? I'm not putting down. I got them too. But what I'm saying is, it's about priorities. What's our priorities? What are we going to do here? Sun's going to come up tomorrow. Period. End of story. And if it doesn't, then it don't matter no more. Don't worry about the doom. Keep worrying about the impending part. What do we do in the impending part before the doom comes? Let's just make things fucking great. Do good stuff. Be nice to people. Help one another. Learn from one another. Get better. Use tech to do so. Help the government make a good decision. Instead of saying, fuck the government. No. You got a government. You're going to have a government, especially here in this place. You're going to, if you live here in the U.S. You're going to. So you might want to make it do the right thing. And it's possible. It is possible. It is possible. Yeah, all is lost, panic. Yeah, no. Wales seems to have a good pulse on what is going on in the world. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He'll go down a rabbit hole or two. That's for sure. You know, because I stay out of the rabbit holes. First of all, my brain can't take it. Like I got ADHD. I'm not, the smartest tool in the sharpest tool in the shed. So I don't do the rabbit hole thing. I look at the macros. I pull the things out here and there that I think are important. I watch how my life has been affected by things and other people's lives have been affected by things. And I focus on all that stuff. And I don't worry about the noise. You worry about the noise and it just slows you down. It gums you up, messes your head, man. Makes a bad day. Makes for a bad day. Now, I am forcing myself now. See, one of the things that like my meditation is my surfing. I surf. And so I've been going every Thursday and every Sunday in the water, surfing, boom, boom. Love it. It's been lifting my spirits. Now, it hasn't been taking any weight off me. Gosh, man, I'm like really gaining some weight, but I've been training too in the gym. So, but the surfing has made me feel so good. Getting back connected with the water and not worrying about anything, watching the sun come up in the morning, seeing the freaking shimmer on the water, dawn patrol, salt water in my face, smelling the breeze, put my feet in the sand, man, put my feet in the sand, watching the dolphins out there while I'm surfing, all that stuff, man. Oil rigs out there, tankers. Oh man, it's like hitting that spiritual self, connecting into that thing. That's like this Burning Man thing. This is my little spiritual week where I'm going to go out and just enjoy and help others. Of course, my project with the tech center is going to be something that's going to be you got to do things that make you feel good, that are positive, that are going the right direction, and quit looking at all that other stuff, because all that other stuff, man, is just going to bog you down for no reason. Ash says, how many people do you think Richard communicates to right now? Just lawyers and devs? No, I won't say it. He talks to a few people. Oops. As Sir William Wallace might say, nay, scream freedom, freedom. Okay. Let's see what else we have in here. Let's see what this says. He does hope the aliens want to take care of that nuclear and very human counterparty risk to us all. Very jail for a sounder sleep, at least. So, okay, now I'm going to take you guys back, and this is going to be like before a lot of you were born. So back in like the 70s, I was, we had the nuclear scare stuff, they talked to us about that at school, and like literally they told us if there's a nuclear attack, we get under our desks and duck and cover and put our hands over our heads. I remember I told my old man, hey Dad, we did a nuclear drill, and they this is how we're supposed to do it. We get under the table and we cover our heads and put our hands down by our knees. He said, did they tell you to kiss your ass goodbye, because that shit ain't gonna work? I was like thinking, he's right. Right, a nuclear bomb, you're done. But that didn't stop me and my buddy from digging a hole underneath his house to create a bomb shelter. Oh, we got in so much trouble for that, because the houses out there, those older houses had the subfloors, so you can get under the crawl space in the house. So we went under the crawl space, took shovels, and we dug this like 6 foot deep pit. his old man saw, my buddy's old man saw what we did, and he got pissed. Like, you guys are undermining my fucking house. What are you doing down there? We had a cool bomb shelter. But anyway, that was, during the nuclear scare. And now I laugh at it. I laugh at it, but it was so serious back then. It was so fucking serious. And it's like, forget it. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. If it happens, it doesn't matter anyway. What did you do to make the world a better place today? What did you do? What did you do to make your neighbor's world a better place? Your girlfriend is sitting next to your wife, your kids, the people that you hang out with on Twitter. What did you do to make their world a better place today? That's how it should be. I'm going to throw Kyle's message up here. Let's see. It says, people should be treating this as a job. How much time and energy do you put in your day job? Why would you not put as much energy as possible into the thing you're hoping will make you retire? Kyle, exactly my point. I don't know if it's biblical or what, but it's like, to whom much is given, much is expected. It may be biblical, or it may be like an excerpt from something that was biblical, but that's kind of how I thought, and when Hex was given to us, I'm like, hey, this is community effort. We got to get out there and work. And I never wavered. I didn't. I stayed here, and again, I'm not trying to toot my horn, but the people that are coming at me, motherfuckers left during the bear market, hid in a corner and pissed themselves. Literally hid in a corner and pissed themselves while the bear market was here. They didn't want to come out here and take this shit. I didn't either, but I did, because that's ethic. That's work ethic. That's what you're supposed to do. You said you're going to do a PulseChain tour. Okay, so what if it's fucking costing you money? You still told them you were going to do it. Go out there and do it. Get your ass over to freaking Florida. Get your ass over to Texas. Go to Washington. Get out there like you said you were going to. You don't get to cancel. So what if it costs you money? That's what I told myself when I didn't want to do it, when I felt the heat of it, when the bear market kicked me in the ass. And now my friends have the balls, the fucking balls, to come talk shit to me. My friends. I still love you guys. I still do. Some of you more so than others, but man, really? Really? Oof. Let's see. What's Moondog saying? All right. Giff had Kool-Aid distracted enough for me to engage a bit while eating some chow, but getting pulled into the room to get started at Baldur's. Oh, you guys are playing tonight. Oh, man. So we got the Giff crew. All the guys over there are playing with the FanForge guys. They're going to start playing. Wait, are we supposed to? Yeah, we're playing Baldur's Gate. I downloaded Baldur's Gate. I'm trying to get it. And yeah, we're going to all play some Baldur's Gate together. I pulled up my Steam account, and I got a 20-year Steam badge. Woo! Damn, 20 years. Oh, man, I think it was a lot more than that. No, it was 20 years. But I think I got it in 2002. It was the first year. Actually, it was the first year Steam came out. I got it, but it's something like that, 2001. Bitcoin 59. Oh, moving up. ETH 26. When land, sirs? When land? What's that supposed to mean, SJ? When land? You put something. Oh, did I? Oh, you would you? Okay, so
party.
Oh, land
and have when land.
Okay, I get it now.
That's what we used to do in the old World of Warcraft days.
Yeah, land party. Yeah, I remember him talking about that. God, that was so long ago. So long ago. I haven't done land party shit in a long time. Hey, and there's one of our dudes right there. Mr. Solo that's in the chat room there. That's Joe Solo. Like, he's like a real game dev, guys. Like, you know, we all know Kool-Aid. He's like our Hexican dude. Yeah, everybody knows Kool-Aid about it. This guy's the real deal. Real deal. Oh, it's so cool watching them do the stuff that they're doing. Like, I can't say it, of course, but somebody in this group is like, works on a game that one of my kids is very excited about, and he's getting like special looks and stuff. It's cool. It's cool being on the inside. Yes. Hex Future says, I've been working. Free hex stickers and cards through me. DM Eco on Twitter. EcoBitHolder on Twitter. So those guys are doing their service, giving cards and stickers out, doing their part to try and make the world a better place, to get the word out. So those guys need hats off. And everybody else out there, I'd love, I bitch and complain about a lot of the people, a lot of community members that aren't supporting. But for those of you who do support, here's I appreciate you, I applaud you, and thank you. And get louder. Get louder. Shut people down. Go help your streamers. All those other streamers out there that are working tirelessly, that are still doing things, that have never left, like RH Max, Corey Costa, all those people out there that are still doing it. Go out there and support them and say thank you and stop people from talking shit about them, you know? And they don't have to always be right. They don't have to always say or do the right thing. Nobody's fucking perfect, but you don't need to, go and appreciate them and help them be appreciated. It's cool. Hexologist. Yes, hexologist. My good buddy, my Marine buddy, Hexo to the O, Hex to the O, gist. But he's like Hexo he's just a natural. Like he was like the persona. I wish that, his lighthearted take on a lot of things was a little more of the way people were. I've always dug the way he can laugh at things and joke about things. I'm not that guy. He is. I'm not. I can't tell a good joke. My timing is horrible. Like I'm even bad at telling dad jokes. And when you can't tell jokes, it's hard to laugh at them, especially when they're about yourself. So I mean, I'm just not that guy. I'm better at the serious stuff. I'm better at, keeping things real, I guess. But I do like a good laugh. I do like a good laugh and people that can make me laugh. Let's see. What else do we got going on here? Eco Builder has always been hardcore, purist, bleeding, magenta, orange, and yellow, and has worked his balls off. Yes, sir, Thoth, you are 100% correctamundo. Yeah, I went out and when I was out his way, I met with him, and he showed me he has like I don't want to get too in depth in it, but he has a place that he has completely dedicated to Hex, and it's like a museum. It's badass. It really is badass. And it's not just like a room in his house. It's like a building in a neighborhood that is dedicated. It's like a Hex museum. It's really, really cool. It's really cool. Let's see. Volatile says Hexo is born to entertain on streams. Yes, he is. He is a born entertainer, and he does a really good job. He's like the Mr. Beast of Hex. That's what he is. He does that really, really well. Okay. Well, I haven't had any too many takers coming in today. I will throw the invite link one more time in the chat room. And since it has been an hour, and now somebody's probably going to come in and show up and take my Friday night to different lengths. When I said that, but I think SJ, did you want to come up here? She's always sitting in the green room. And did you want to come up and say hello to everybody?
Hello to everybody.
Why are you? Do you not have any makeups on? Is that why you're all covered up today?
I'm in the middle of painting. I'm just.
Oh, you're painting.
Yep.
Like
I'm painting a mask.
What?
A mask.
A mask. Oh, you're painting a mask. Okay. Let's see. Let me read this one here. When I got nominated for Comedian of the Year last year, I saw the fearless leader and hexologist name on the nominees list. I said, who the fuck nominated God and Jesus? Fuck me.
Oh, I love. This community is.
I would never make it to that. I didn't make that list. I don't ever think I made any of it.
You are you kidding me? You won like 1 or 2 awards on the cruise.
Oh, on the cruise. I know. I shared one with coffee. And what else? What else? No, that was it. I got that one.
There was something. There's something else.
I can't remember. Hold on a second. Hold on. Ding, 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 ding. All right, where's the chat at? Who else is coming in here? Yeah, I want a specialist. Oh man. Okay, so when it comes to Hexicans, OGs, people that have been around for a while, people that I have a lot of respect for. This guy that just popped in. When I used to sit up here and do this alone before, he used to come up and try and save me. And come in and chat. Well, we talk. We get on the phone and we talk for hours now. And he's become a good friend. And he's one of the smartest guys that we have in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Chaos. What's up,
Random
dude?
Chaos. Random chaos.
Yeah, I'm still not used to the hair, man. The hair's like the hair. I'm still not used to.
Well, what difference does it make? If it's just, pulled back anyway, you really can't tell. It would just be in a ponytail anyway, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Now I've got the locks.
Oh, do you got the locks?
Yeah. Well, I put dreadlocks in my hair. My hair's all locked up, and I added a little bit of. I got about 9 inches of hair, and then I add a little bit on the ends, and now I've got full dreadlocks.
Pirate it up.
Yeah. It's fun. Well, I did it. I was going in to get them like braided and whatnot for Burning Man because the fashion at Burning Man is really it's not really
unique.
Fashion as much as it's very unique because it's about survival. Like you're out there for 10 days and wearing your hair in braids keeps you from having to worry about the dust and everything that's flying around and your hair blowing all over the place. So everybody gets their hair braided. So instead of braided, lady that I went to said, "Hey, put dreads in it. It'd be cool." So I was like, "All right, sure." So I did. So I put dreads in. Ladies and gentlemen, the man himself, who we were just talking about, out there doing the work. Eco Builder. What's up, dude?
Hey, everybody. Thanks. Doing well. Thanks.
Right on. Hey, Johnny, I'm going to give you the floor for a minute. I need to take a quick break. Hold on. I'll be right back.
I got the floor. Eco Builder's got the floor. What you want to talk about, man?
And the ceiling.
Hey, well, I just came on to let everybody know that I sent out some cards and stickers and some of these little certificates this last week. And so if you ordered them from me by getting in my DMs on Twitter, they've been sent out and they're in the mail. So this is what they look like. It's a certificate where you put your email address.
Scan the IRQ code. You can claim it.
Well, It's actually not like that. Some people think that
It's
I'm gifting
adult.
them something. Instead, these are onboarding tools where they put
Ah.
their own email address in here and give them out to somebody that they want to sponsor in their local area. And then these QRs on the back, SJ operates one of these QRs, and many other Hexican influencers to forward, people to more of our community stuff that's on YouTube. So if you ordered from me, it's in the mail. It's coming. And thanks so much for trusting me with an address of any sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're just like such a shady guy.
Yeah.
Uh,
If I can brag, I'm up to 272 Hexican addresses now.
Wow.
Over like a year and a half or 2 years. So it's been a long haul.
Ego, I've thanked you several times. I also want to thank the people who put that information out there for you to thank for their addresses. That is right. Like it's a very trusting thing.
Yeah, imagine like I'm one person and I have the hookup on getting things printed. And so I'll get them printed and I'll send out like 25 to 30 items in every envelope. So it's only costing me like 2 stamps, maybe max postage. And then once it arrives at somebody else's address, then they're like a node and they spread out and reach out to, 10, 20 people on their own. And quite a few people have actually asked me like, hey, I'm running low. Will you send me more? So we've reached a lot of people.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat here is asking about how the T-share per day is calculated out here.
Yeah.
There is an equation, but it's based on the pool of shares divided by the amount of inflation that is accounted for that day. So it's the total supply times the 3.69 divided by the number of days, and then that's what the distribution is per T-share.
But isn't the equation for the last ROI in there also?
That affects the T-share rate. The last ROI affects the T-share. The T-share payout and the T-share rate are two different things. It's two different.
But the rate has to be changed. The rate has to be in the rate is in the equation. So if the rate is changing, it's it obviously has to change what the payout is, right?
So it's two separate things. There's how many
I understand
hexes, how many hexes been created times the 369 divided by the number of days, and that's your distribution. But penalties and everything, that's your distribution for that day. And then the thing that you're thinking about is the T-share rate, which means when a stake ends, it does a calculation on whether or not if you restaked your balance and your principal, you cannot get the same rate. So if it says you would get the same rate, then it has to move it up at that point. So some stakes will move the rate, some stakes won't move the rate, depending on when the stake went in, when it comes out, and what its ROI is.
Oh, gotcha. So the rate's already calculated into the amount of hex that's created based on the amount of T-shares that are in the pool. So in the pool, that's where the calculation is.
Yeah, the T-share rate has nothing to do with the total hex ever minted. It has to do with whether or not a stake ending can compound or not. So the interest rate is based off of total hex minted. So if it's not minted or total supply ever minted. So the baseline of the payout per day per T-share goes up automatically if the staking stays the same or gets less. It's progressive because it's 3.69 compounded on 3.69 compounded on 3.69. So you take that total supply plus the inflation, and you're multiplying that each year times that 3.69. So yeah, it's fun mathematics. It'll blow your brain. Just check out Crispy's charts. It's got great projections and stuff for that. The point is, people are going to emergency unstake all next year. All next year, they're going to emergency unstake all next year because
We
we're at
talked
that
for
10.
2 hours about that.
Yeah, and they still want me to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean it's going to happen. You know, when the 5-year stakes, because a lot of people made 5-year stakes. You know, so the 2.5 year was emergency end stake time for those. The 10-year stake is when the 5-year comes up. That's when the emergency end stakes for all the 10 years are going to start coming up. And then, of course, the 7.5 year is going to be for all the 15-year. And I think the 7.5 year is going to be the one. I think that's where Hex is going to be at a different place. And because of that, that's going to make those 15-year 555 5 stakes very, very juicy, very, very tempting. And the weak hands are going to emergency end stake like crazy.
Yeah, I forgot.
And lose their big payday bonuses.
Yeah,
if they do
major forfeits on the big payday bonus. But the thing is, this is the thing people don't get, right? You know, people are like, well, we can't be like those old Hexicans. They got the big payday. The big payday is this big in consideration to the 5 years of yield. Okay, so that 5 years of yield that they would forfeit if they emergency unstake being distributed to stakers that are staked now is much more significant than just those little big payday bonuses. They're not, the big payday bonus itself is not as significant as the 5 years of yield. And so if you look at Crispy's chart, you'll actually see it's ridiculous. You'll look at the 10-year stakes and it's got like columns. It's got these columns of green, right? So that's the big payday plus the yield. And then you see this little blue at the bottom of the screen. And that's what they actually get if they emergency unstake. It's just their principal back. So, you know, if it shows you how the system works. But the point is, wherever you enter the system, it still works the same. The question is, you know, how far you got to push it out. Because I mean, really, if you don't have like a 4-year stake, you don't really see the power or the T-shares until you get that 4-year stake and you go, oh wow, you know, like I'm getting a fraction of my T-shares back, which takes that whole whales are dumping on our heads thing right out the freaking window. Yeah, because you realize that they are depleted so much if they're just doing rolling stakes and stuff. Because
guess where they'll be in 15 years? Those T-shares are all going to be gone. And
so
these last couple of years, the staking has been abysmal. So nobody's been catching up.
I did a Cuatro Cinco.
You did a Cuatro Cinco?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you want a lottery ticket? Punt it out there, man. Just punt it out there. What do you got to lose? You know, if it goes great. If it's money you were going to burn anyway, what'd you lose anyway?
That's what you have to keep in mind. It's a gamble.
But if you're right,
Adios.
it's going to be great.
Yeah.
You know?
So why not?
And I don't care what anybody makes. We all buy dumb shit. It does not matter what you make. You will find a way to buy dumb shit that you do not need whatsoever. Everybody's got a certain amount of money that they know for a fact that they are going to blow, and it's not going to benefit them in any way. And maybe if they just make that little sacrifice and say, hey, tonight I'm not going to the bar. You know, I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna punt it out there. And if it's gone, it's gone. If it works, I'm gonna be really happy. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Wow. Coming soon to a bear market near you.
The end of this long, cold winter. I heard tell once of a bull market.
Are you painting there? You are painting.
I am painting. I'm painting the mess.
She's doing artwork.
Ooh.
It was silver and like brushed silver.
I
want to add white and gold.
So this is for your Burning Man get up, huh?
This in part a Halloween costume.
In part of Halloween. You know what you need?
I just went.
You need
My-
hooves. Do you know how to build hooves?
Do I
You
know how
got to
to
look
build
that up.
hooves?
Hooves. Yes, if you're going to do the little demon thing.
Johnny
They
makes
actually have
everything.
shoes that, some of my booth girls have them. They actually have these shoes that just have a platform on just the front part, and they're balanced. So you're actually on the platform, and you can dress those up to make hooves out of them. You throw some fabric fur on it.
That-
Boom, you got hooves. You'll have to look it up. You'll have to look it up. They're not actually that hard to make, and they add a lot to the costume.
I can picture it in my mind's eye. It's exciting to think about. I hadn't taken it that far.
Little fur all the way up to your knees. Little goat fur.
I got good suppliers for fur too, so at least you don't have to go through what my she-wolf went through, because we actually did layered hair. So wool we used and actually layered hair and strips. So it I don't know. I you guys seen the picture, I think.
I don't know if I saw
Pretty
the
cool.
sheep.
She didn't have hooves because she's a werewolf, but
I've seen a lot of the pictures of the stuff that you've done.
Yeah, Johnny, it's so cool. I was thinking about that earlier, just how cool it is that you, at least seemingly, get to enjoy what you do.
Sometimes. I didn't enjoy it so much when I had to be on the road all the time. That kind of sucked, because you've got to pack up and go to show to show to show to show.
Oh.
You've got to constantly be in everybody's face so that they remember that you're still alive. I deleted my Facebook, so I lost a lot of customers from deleting my Facebook, because once you do that, they don't know you're alive anymore. So, but that's okay. That's okay.
Hold on one second. We've got somebody in the green room, ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking of costumes.
Oh no.
Fast Abdul. There he is.
Hey guys, that was just my screensaver.
Nice.
What's going
What's
on?
happening, bud? How you doing?
Good. Yeah, no, I've taken some time. I've touched some grass, so time to get back to work here.
Don't look like there's much grass out there in the camel fields.
Well, no,
a lot of sand.
This is where I work, not where I live. But I gotta say, there's a lot of hate in the community. When I came back to work, it's like everybody's at each other's throats again. So that's not really what I was hoping for, but we'll see how it goes.
I can't see them. Oh, you're an asshole, Block. You're an asshole, Block. Okay, you're an asshole, Block. Okay, well, good. It's easy.
Yeah, the block
it's
button's
easy
your
to make
friend.
it all go away.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it is interesting to see after muting some people how positive my feed can be. I just see really awesome Hexicans talking about how much they love Hex, and there's all these memes about Hex and PulseChain, and it's great.
There
there's a
are
mute
some
button,
people
too.
that are just miserable,
That's
and
what I
they're going to be miserable no matter what happens. It doesn't matter what the price is. It doesn't matter what you tell them. They're just going to be miserable. You can try to stay positive for so long, but when people just want to keep pushing misery, then there's nothing you can do. And it's the whole self-defeatist thing. When someone's in that mode of self-defeat, there's nothing that you're going to be able to say that's going to console them. Nothing. That totally has to come within. You totally have to change your attitude. Stop saying I can't, and start asking yourself, how can I? This is where I'm at. This is what's going on. What can I do to improve my situation? Because I'll tell you right now, bitching, grumbling, and griping, and blaming, and pointing the finger at everybody else is not going to get you anywhere.
Don't do a damn thing. Nope.
It just doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that. I've actually never blocked anybody on Twitter. I'm willing to engage most of the time, even if they're crazy people. I don't think there's an opportunity to save them if you block them, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So
but it's also, you can't save everybody, and it takes away your focus from those people who actually do want to listen.
Yeah, that's what it got to for me. Like, I felt the same way for a long time that Abdul feels, and I was like, that means I can't reach that person. And then no matter how hard you try sometimes, and then it starts taking away from the people that deserve your time. And so, yeah, it's And I know I saw what Richard did. He did the same thing. It's okay. I'm just done with all this. And
Yeah, bye.
Block. Well, and then he just finally said bye to everybody. But you know,
yeah, just slowly removing the distractions, right? Because there's so many out here working.
Stop
I was
complaining, start accumulating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that earlier. Just how if you focus on the positive, you see more of it. Today I thanked a bunch of people for doing a retweet. I just reached out and was like, "Hey, I appreciate you doing that. Just just taking the time to do something small." But it's like a vote of confidence.
It meant a bit to you.
Yeah.
And for you to return the gratitude, it
Yeah.
also meant a bit to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Self, I mean, we get away from recognizing that giving makes us feel really good.
Yeah.
And saying thank you to the people who help us out is very important.
Accurate.
Hey, I was late to the stream. Did you guys already talk about how Kareem's going to go on Maddie's show tomorrow at noon?
No.
I didn't even know that. Thanks for sharing.
So Kareem got bail yesterday. He tweeted out that he was going to go get a warm shower and a nice bed at a hotel, and that he would get in touch with the community soon. And we didn't know, how is it that he's going to do it? Is he going to do a recorded video or a stream or an audio or a spaces? But now Maddie has created a YouTube episode that you can go and click the little notify me button. That's going to happen at, I think, noon Central tomorrow. So what is that? 11 Eastern tomorrow. They'll have a show. And
if it's noon Central,
yeah,
it'll be 10 Pacific and 1 Eastern.
1 Eastern, right? My live stream brain.
You get the whole quant gang back.
Well, I'm glad he got out. I mean, that's no place for anybody to be. I don't know if it was trumped up charges or what the situation is. It's just a bad situation for him to be in, and I'm glad he's out. I bet he'll be probably thinking a lot about what he shows now, because a lot of people didn't want to help because they're looking at his spending habits and stuff. He's been under quite a critical eye,
And how crazy is that there's such scrutiny of everyone's life and what they do with what they're they don't even
it's crazy. It's crazy that everybody
weird.
wallet watches, everybody's up everybody's butt.
I mean, I'm on TV.
Open free source software, everybody's got to track everybody. You know what, guys? This is the thing. All this drama is just so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. If somebody's doing a fundraiser and you don't like it, don't do it. Right? I mean, and people make such a case out of some of this stuff. It's like, dude, you got 50 followers. No one's listening to you anyway. All you're doing is just complaining. You're maybe damaging a couple people, but your point is not being made. When you've got that few of following. If you think you can do things better, get off your ass, turn on your camera, and go out there and you do it. And then everybody can bitch at you when things don't go their way, and you can see how you like it.
You go do this, please.
No one is paying anything to do this.
Dr. H, what's happening?
Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for having me.
Howdy. So back to what Johnny was saying just now is like, you're the one who has the enthusiasm, and that's what it takes to get in front of the mic and in front of the camera and to lead people into an idea. So
enthusiasm. most of the time I'm really pissed off that certain things are not being covered and no one's talking about them. So I'm kind of like forced into a situation where I have to come out and I have to talk about it, because it's like everybody's up everybody's ass talking about drama. Nobody's actually talking about crypto anymore. It's what this person did, what that person did. You know what name they called me? I mean, what is this freaking high school in here? We're talking about being the future of finance, and we've got everybody acting like a bunch of kindergartners. It's like freaking play school fights or some shit, you know? It's like, you know, you see that meme of the guys that are flipping each other off and a flip off each other fight, and they're just doing this back and forth up in each other's face. That's Twitter, man. Like, you know, you put these guys in a room and they're probably like, I don't like him over there, and sit in their little corner over here, right? You know, it's just like, I don't understand where all this visceral comes from. You know, look, you know, people are like, oh, this person's making a coin. They did this, they did that, they did this, they did that. Well, they're probably going to fail then. That's not your problem. Don't mess with that. It's that simple. Welcome to crypto. People are going to mess with stuff. They're going to get screwed up, and they're going to learn. And you know whose fault it's going to be? It's not going to be the person that made the coin. It's going to be your fault, because you got into it to begin with, because you thought that was a better idea than what you were already doing. Mm-hmm. So you can't blame people for building on free open source platforms and trying things out and experimenting. And you should know whether or not that person has the ability to do what you think they do or not. If you're assuming, okay, they have the ability, what are their qualifications?
Yep.
Right.
And something else.
How many successful projects have they made? Okay. When I get a job, people want to see my portfolio, right? They want to know what I've done. They want a history, right? Not me so much. I got a shop and everyone knows who I am. But if you're a new artist and you're trying to sell or market something, you have to have a portfolio. You have to show things that you've accomplished before, right?
Crypto is so new, though. You don't always have that data to the same extent as you would IRL, right?
Exactly. But here's the kicker on that. It's so new that everybody's going to screw up, and they're not going to get shit straight to start with, and they're going to have to fix stuff. You know why? Because it's so new.
Yeah, it's freaking hard too. It's not easy. Most people should not make crypto. Right.
And, you know, I had people jump me into spaces, and they were like, well, Johnny, when are you putting out the new Johnny coin? You know what I told them? I said, I'm not qualified. Mm-hmm. I am not qualified to make a coin. And I do not want to spend the time to try to figure out how to make it just right, because I don't need it. There's a perfectly good product out there, and I'm using it. You don't go to the store and buy another hammer if you already got one. And you certainly don't handcraft one for hours and hours and burn up all your time trying to brain wreck yourself to figure out how to make this perfect thing when there's perfectly good things already there. It just doesn't make any sense. It's a big waste of time.
And here's something else that everybody should know and understand. So now being involved in kind of the back end side of seeing a crypto be made, I found out that there's a big scam out there, and it's called wait for it. When we get these audits come with a disclaimer that, hey, I might not have caught everything, and hey, everything that I do here may or may not be right. And then when it gets back after that, I've seen the devs that built the product, after it's been back from the auditors, find shit that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the audit process is a scam. So sitting out there and go, oh, this has been audited, and makes everybody feel so good. And you know what? And Richard even said this a long time ago about the audit.
You have to educate the auditors. Yeah.
He said, yeah. And that's what I saw. I saw the devs educating the auditors coming back with big giant disclaimers saying, hey, we're not responsible if this thing breaks because we may not have caught everything. And then finding stuff after the auditors have looked at it, and then sitting with the devs, and the devs are like, yeah, it's bullshit.
Before Hex, what code was audited?
It's theater. It's fucking
Before
dangerous.
Hex, what code was audited?
I don't think any of it was.
Exactly. We started that whole audit thing, right?
Yeah.
We started
Yeah,
that whole audit thing where we were, Richard was, it took 2 years to develop Hex. It wasn't a coin that was printed overnight. It took 2 years to develop it. And the biggest holdup was the audits. He wanted to make sure the audits came back.
Mm-hmm.
And when Richard did that, he was most sincerely trying to have somebody look over the code to make sure everything was correct. And he was actually frustrated that he had to educate the auditors because he really wanted some kind of feedback to know if there was anything to catch, et cetera, because he wanted to make sure when he released the product, it was going to be perfect because it is immutable and the contract cannot be changed. And the only thing we can do with that is to fork the locked contract over to different chains. Okay. So that's why the audit was so necessary. Now, things that have upgrades and that are upgradable and have admin keys, those things don't really have to have an audit because they can pass an audit and then the code can be changed after. So it really doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a upgradable code, Bitcoin is an upgradable code. Bitcoin has BIPs, Bitcoin improvement proposals. Okay. If it can be changed, it's not immutable. Okay. Which means the rules today are based on somebody's opinion today because they can be changed. Okay. Hex cannot be changed. It does what it does. And it was important that had to be audited, that it ran properly so that we didn't discover bugs down the road because there's absolutely no way to fix it. That's why the audit was so necessary. Now, because Richard said, has it been audited? Did you get audits? Audits have become an issue, and now audits are actually being used as kind of a marketing point. And like you said, audits itself saying, "Oh, we've got an audit. We've got a rubber stamp of approval, which says they didn't find anything bad." That's all it is. It's just we didn't find anything bad. And then you're basing on whether or not and again, it doesn't matter if it's a code that can be changed down the road because the audit is based on that time frame of which they did the audit. And that's assuming that they didn't catch any bugs. And that does not mean that there might not be bugs down the road or new bugs introduced as a result of being upgraded and changed the code. So we've got
like scientists, they all have their own specialty. So to have a new dev come in with a different specialty and look at the thing that your dev's been working on for 6 or 8 months, and find something that your dev couldn't find, it's really 90% for show, right? So you can get that sticker on your project audited. There's some, there's some real utility in it, in that it potentially would reveal an outright scam, or the auditors might be trained to look for things like, are the devs diverting to their own wallet?
Yep.
It's like, it would be the simpler things, but when you get down to the nitty gritty of what the code does and the more advanced features that, especially if they're new, then the auditor is not going to be not going to be educated in such a way that they're likely to do better than the original devs that built the code from scratch, right? Or that worked on it, that deployed it, that did all the actual things with the code. But there is, like, as far as scam prevention goes, on some level, I think maybe the auditors keep the devs honest at the very least. Not that, I think most devs probably are honest, but there is some oversight there. It's not a complete loss, in my opinion.
It's like in research and development, we did peer reviews. Yeah. So you take a proposal for your project and you go through the outline on how to build it, and then you discuss problems that are going to occur in development and make sure that it, so you do kind of peer review stuff. So if you're working with a team, that's effective, but that's kind of an in-house thing. And then, external auditors and stuff can be brought in too. But an audit, you're assuming, I mean, it has its effectiveness, but it's not a guarantee of anything. And you have to, people are using it pretty much as a marketing point, and it's a very costly marketing point. If
Things
anything,
have changed too. It's not just like immutable code now.
We're committed enough to put money into this thing so that we look legit. That's what you get.
Sure.
That's the stamp. We're committed enough that we're actually trying to do the right thing, and that's where the marketing point is.
Yeah. But not everything's like Hex, like with no admin keys, completely immutable.
Yeah.
Like most other crypto protocols, like good ones that people use every day, are not immutable, not 100% immutable. They might be partially immutable on things that are connected to security, but still have admin keys that control other things. There's so many more variables that you, at some point you just have to trust the founders, and that's unfortunate, but I think that is the reality on a lot of things.
Well, yeah, some things are website based. Okay, if you don't have, if that website goes down, if they get a court order to shut that website down, well, you've got to lock your website down. So that's why those downloadable links to run it on your computer. That's why that's necessary, is because websites can be court ordered to shut down. And if you do not have a front end to access your stuff, you're screwed. So, and we've got a problem right now with just our APIs, linking up. A lot of the websites that we're using right now are not showing data for eHex right now. There's some confusion. I know that Alex is working on it right now, but it looks really bad when hex.com, you can't even load it. And, it looks really bad when people can't even see their stakes. And then we had Staker go down. So I've got people trying to get in contact with me now, trying to say, well, how do I get my Staker stuff? It's like, this making shit half-ass and then, not keeping it updated is a really bad look.
The tools are there though, right? Like there's IPFS, Interplanetary File System, I think.
Yeah.
Where you can basically decentralize a website so nobody could take it down. Like you as the founder could not take it down. It's like it's in the cloud, and not just one cloud, like 1,000 clouds that like bounce off each other.
There is no cloud. It's just somebody else's computer.
There we go. Yeah. It's just 1,000 computers.
All right. We got a Thothschild in here. We're going to bring him up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what's going on here? Thoth? I can see it. That's weird. Down here it's on. Here it's not. Oh.
So EcoBuilder, could I ask you can get packages, physical packages. I checked out all the downloads on your website. They look pretty cool. But can you actually get physical packages that you guys send out?
Yes. So I'll send an envelope, and around the world is what I'm offering.
Okay, cool. Because I'm thinking of running a couple of talks. There's a local cafe that's a lot of robust individuals. They kept the cafe open during the zombie virus, and they talk a lot of alternative things. So I'm thinking of just doing a little talk there.
Yeah. So let me send you a first round, and then you tell me what you like, and I'll send you more of that.
Okay, cool. That sounds great.
Because I've got like
just on
7
the
different
that's really the series I'm doing at the moment, the richest man in Babylon, for those friends and family members that aren't into crypto, but they want some financial principles. That's what I'm talking. And obviously the soft sell and all of that is our beautiful products in the RH ecosystem. So that's happening at 12 for anyone that's interested. And it's meeting the goddess of good luck. And Zenith will be joining me, or Zenith, as we say in North America. And he's going to help me break down the first four chapters worth of principles, like getting a mentor and 1/10 of all you make is yours to keep. So if you've got people that just want to explore finance a little bit more, not necessarily crypto, then they could come along to that and accidentally discover Hex.
Sounds wonderful.
Everything's got quiet.
Do you have a Twitter? What is your Twitter, Dr. H?
That is a good question. I put it behind me, but obviously you probably can't see it. It's CryptoPractor At CryptoPractor is my Twitter, okay. And at the CryptoPractor is the YouTube channel. And for anyone that's interested, you can go there right now and sign up for Sunday at noon Eastern. and obviously I'll let you know. And that's 5 p.m. for UK friends, and 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday for the Australian degenerates that are still wandering around instead of going to bed to get ready for work.
Nice.
How are you doing, Captain? What is well, obviously you're again busy with the organization for your trip.
Yeah, getting ready to head out there and go take a spiritual sabbatical for about a week and a half,
Right.
out at the playa, the desert.
The beach, down on the beach.
Oh yeah, I do that every twice a week. I do that. I go down to my surf spot. I had a couple
Yeah,
of
but playa means beach. Yeah, I know it's in the middle of the desert.
No. The playa at Burning Man, they call the desert out there the playa.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, but the
Cool.
the beach. I go twice a week. I'm in the water surfing. So
Nice.
It's been really good.
There was talk you guys going to Toronto in Canada. Is that likely to happen? Do you know?
No, we did Edmonton. Or I'm sorry, Edmonton.
Vancouver.
No, you did
I'm sorry, Vancouver.
They're all the same place.
East Coast, West Coast, same coast. Vancouver. We were in Vancouver.
Cool.
But no, the tour is done for the year.
Well done. That was a lot of fun. I loved Vegas. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a good time. Vegas. We'll do Vegas again next year, and that'll be the only tour stop next year is the Vegas trip.
Oh, right. Okay.
So is that going to be a bigger party then? Like that?
It's going to be a monster party. It'll be a monster party. Vegas is a really easy venue. Well, I say easy. KC would probably kick me in the head, but there's more options. There's a lot of options for us to do some more fun stuff together. Go shoot guns, have karaoke night. It's like you can do everything. And then, of course, it's Vegas. So if you're not playing around, doing stuff with Hexicans, you can just go play around, do stuff in Vegas. So it's a good time.
Easy place to fly to.
Easy to fly there. Yeah. That's one of the things I told people, that when you have a convention, Vegas is the best place to do it. It's cheap for everybody to get there. It's easy for everybody to get there. So usually there's a bazillion hotels to try and get a conference room in, whatever. So yeah, it's a good place to do it. And it's not central to everybody, but it's one of those places that everybody can get to. And then, you think about it, it's like, I can go to Vegas. Yeah, something there I can do. So.
Hey, real quick, just wanted to mention, just because you're not attending doesn't mean the PulseChain tour doesn't continue. There is a cruise fast approaching.
Yes, we got to talk about the cruise. So we got a cruise here it's going to Honduras, right? Is it Honduras?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Honduras. Got it. It's leaving out of Texas and going to Honduras. And that is like the big boat. That's the big boat.
There's a carousel on it.
It has a carousel.
It's a
very large ship. I should call it a ship. They don't like it when you call them boats. But yeah, it's a very large ship, and it's one of the nicest class ships that they have.
I'll be there. I'm bringing my mom. Quite possibly.
Nice. Yep,
yeah.
We're all going. Everybody's getting geared up for it. There's still some rooms, right? They still got some rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, still some rooms, and never been to Honduras. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and then the October hearing.
And then the October hearing. That's what I was trying to get at before. Let's see. I think the Thoth is back. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Rothschild. Oh, look at there. Looky there.
That's Blood Honey Badger, one of about a dozen characters from my show. Can you hear me?
Yes.
What's up, Eco Builder?
Howdy. Just pushing mail.
What else is new?
Eco Builder, real quick.
Yes.
That's real cool what you do. You're just sending these packages all over the world full of materials for us to spread the good word of DeFi. sir, how could we support you? Like, if we wanted to, donate to this cause, because this is one of the things that Richard Hart
There's
has
a
said
novel idea.
is, outbound messaging.
He's endorsed it. He's actually
Yeah.
endorsed it.
So where could I go to, find out more about contributing to this postcard effort?
Okay, so
And sticker
Trap,
outs.
I'm gonna take you on a little bit of a story. Trap Gravity and I were on the phone the other night, and he was asking me like, how much money has Hex Postcards raised over the years, and does that have anything to do with the mail that I've been sending out? And I was like, no, everything that I send out myself in envelopes is all from my purchases. Now, some of the stuff has the same printer guy who prints me off a lot of cards, and I have them like 3,000 at a time in boxes that are right here to my left. But this is all my effort, my finances that, here I am, a Hexican OG, done really well in Hex. I'm giving to the community. So if
Thank
you
for
want to,
clarifying that.
if you want to support me sending out these packages, you can't. Be a part of Hex, request a package to then spread the word. If you would like to be a part of the postcard effort, which it's a group of people, and we organize on Telegram, t.me/Hex Postcards. We have a website that's hexpostcards.com. At the top of that, there's a tab that says donate. If you go to that, then you'll see that we can take donations on PulseChain or Ethereum, or you can go over to our Patreon page, which there's a link there. So I would love to get more Patreon members on a monthly basis, donating as little as $1. It would be great just to get the number of members up to where we can point at that and say, hey, we've got a bunch of people behind us. I think right now it's something around 15 members.
I'm a member.
And
I donate $1 every month.
thank you so much, SJ.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
So this monthly membership would then ensure that there are constantly new postcards going out to people's doorsteps, to strangers who have never heard about Hex, and maybe they don't even know where to start with Bitcoin. And then if you want to get involved in the actual design of the postcards, then go over to our Telegram group. And we've got OG Hexicans who are over there, and we're borrowing ideas from that we see on Twitter. We then post those tweets links into the Telegram group. So we're constantly drumming up new ideas. Sometimes we run contests in order to take a sample from what can be done in our community at large. Even people who wouldn't call themselves Hexicans who are on PulseChain are welcome to participate in that. And I think we've run like 3 contests now. So all the people who are heavily involved in this are all OG Hexicans.
So
I like how
you
you've used that as a good word. I haven't heard that word used in a good context in a while.
We
Thank you
can
for
be
that.
trusted. We have sent out about 500,000 postcards.
Nice.
If you multiply 500,000 times about 36 cents, you'll arrive at $180,000. And that's about how much has come through our donation channels.
So you're not just randomly sending out postcards, right? They're targeted at certain individuals.
We are sending them to targeted zip codes.
Okay.
So yes and no.
And you have data on those zip codes, or what is the?
Yeah, we have data on those zip codes.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Oh,
Will there be
we've
another
had a
contest?
kidnapping.
Whoa. Is he doing judo with a house plant?
Some jujitsu, little jujitsu.
At any time, you got to be ready all the time.
What move did you do to get through? To get
Oh,
past that?
That was a move that has no name. It's too scary to be named.
Dude, your camera froze at just the right time. We had a Polaroid of you like in an action shot. There.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah, excellent.
I love that.
Cap, what's up?
Not much. How's the Phantom doing today?
Well, the story behind this, you guys may remember I had a character named Nunya, not a Nunca. He passed away recently. He was set security in addition to key grip and several other roles. And he was actually killed in action as we were preparing to return with episode 115 of Thought Styles Mind Spray. So in honor of him, I had a stroke and got palsy. This is a true story. So half of my face, I scare women and children now, and maybe Johnny Chaos. And the other half of my face is handsome and normal. So I decided in honor of Nunya that I would take his mask, cut it in half, hide the side that scares the women and children from the world. And with the other half, I would say hello to Hexico.
Well,
True story.
We have a speedy recovery.
All of it's true
didn't
except
wanna say
Nunya. He
anything.
never existed. What's that?
Oh, you call. We talked the other day, and you told me about it, and I didn't want to say anything. I didn't know if you were.
You
going
look
to.
fucked up, man.
Make sure you do your exercises. My father's had Bell's palsy twice.
Oh, lightning can't strike twice. Don't tell me
Twice.
shit like that.
Yeah, like years apart. And he had it on one side of the face and then the other side.
Wow.
Ooh, jackpot.
Well, at least it's made him symmetrical, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
man.
so self-conscious. My poor pops. He's
Oh,
so
I am too. I
self-conscious.
was a handsome fucking devil, man.
Well,
Now I'm
just
like,
keep-
"Oh,
Keep your exercises up. Like you can't tell now. You just have to
Yeah.
use them
Okay.
muscles.
It's all my
So
distractions.
listen,
I didn't even go
I've had people with trigeminal neuralgia come to see me, and they call that a suicide disease. It's three nerves that come out of the brain. One goes down the face. It's the facial nerve. So those palsies, including what you're talking about there, Throthschild, you want to get yourself. In fact, I think
Doc,
you
I wish I was in Florida where my little, this is us. This is my little brother, man. He's got Jesus hands. I'm with you, man.
right. So just find someone near you. If you want, get hold of me on Twitter, and I'll find someone for you. I found someone for the captain. I can find someone
Thank
for you. I got
You guys
people
are
all over the
amazing that
world.
way. You guys are amazing that way. That's
No,
what's
no,
up.
seriously. I want you to see someone that
Yeah.
does what I do, which is nerve system engineering, and that's why I'll reach out and help anyone for that sort of stuff. But that's a bit of an aside from the crypto practoring.
Thank you,
But
Doc.
no, seriously, if you anyone with a stroke, I've had guys that haven't had any tears in their eyes for 30 years have tears come to their eyes, like lubricating their eyes and stuff. So, which I don't know how the heck that happens. I just press the buttons and things
People
happen.
they don't understand. And it was throughout the years in Hexico, we were very much an alternative minded community in almost every modality, and that included health and wellness. And we had several conversations. Cap will tell you, he ran a show on Discourse. Some workout kid was doing for a while, but
Yep.
chiropractic, naturopath, serious naturopaths, of course, homeopathy, all this stuff came up. Doug Coyle,
Yeah.
Royal
So,
Rife came up.
I'm not talking
Interesting
about
came
any of
up.
that stuff. All I'm
Yeah.
talking about is a neurological chiropractor can help you. I don't know about
So
those.
do you cranial? Are you talking like the people who do cranial sacro stuff?
I mean, there's also just someone that does what I do, first principle. So they're working on your nerve system primarily, and they're not.
Nice.
Yeah, but like I say, if you want to contact me, I'll find someone for you. Just give me a junction. It doesn't have to be specific or a city. All right.
My man.
Yeah, enough of that. I don't know.
Oh, there's people
Always
that
helping
need
the
help
community.
everywhere.
Always
Yeah, I
helping.
want to help. Don't want to. What's the word? Kidnap the show.
Well, it's all right because we've got
Woohoo!
7 minutes, and I'm going to shut her down. Anybody got anything they want to talk about?
We
before
talked about every fucking thing on this show, so I would.
Come and see me on Sunday, God damn it, 12 noon Eastern. I'm onboarding people, so send the people that don't want to hear about crypto but want to see a hot goddess of good luck, like this one here. There she is, with a snake and gold. That's good. And Zenith is coming as well if you want
That's
more
your-
beauty.
That's good. You got hot girl with gold.
Hot girl and Zenith.
And okay. What more can you ask for, guys? Get the
Stop.
link. Go check it out.
Thanks. Thanks, Captain. If I send it to you, can you pop it in the description?
Awesome.
Would that be all right? Or would
Yeah,
that
yeah.
be-
SJ's got that.
Send it
I
to
think
me.
it's already in there. Yeah,
Beautiful.
she'll get it.
Trap Gravity's in the
yeah.
chat. What up, Trap? Can I say something about Trap Gravity? Trap Gravity is an authentic Hexican. He's actually a real man. I know you guys are going to find that surprising. There's a dearth of that in the world these days. Trap Gravity approached me on a live stream the other day, and you know what he did? He fucking ate crow and apologized to me. He did. And my heart was softened right away. I said, Trap, are you serious? Eco Builder was there the day, I believe, that we had our falling out. He and I were on the same team, brothers from another mother. And then we had a falling out that lasted well over a year. Fuck you, Trap. Fuck you, Sauce. Okay, that sucks. Because then when the people who are your allies then become maybe not enemies, but these are just people you have a distaste for. Look, these motherfuckers that come in here with toxicity in their hearts and seek to malign this and talk about Richard going away. They hate Richard. I won't suffer it, not for a moment. And you're my enemy. But when we have a difference of opinion, and we got to find a way to smooth that shit over.
Yeah.
You find out who your friends are, and then
That's
they're
how-
worth sacrificing and suffering
that's how
for. So
life
shout out to
works.
Trap Gravity. You're a big man, Trap, for real.
Good on Trap for that. Yeah, that's the way things should be. Like, I don't understand this whole anyway. I went over that earlier on the show. I don't
Yeah, but
get
Cap, you agree with me. When somebody comes in here to extract money from the community and you know they ain't a Hexican, but you see them parading around saying, hey, oh, I'm a Hexican, rah, rah. You're allowed to take umbrage with that person. You know, it's almost your responsibility. I mean, it's not for everybody to do so, but if you are equipped with the characteristics to stand up, I don't know. I don't know any other way.
Yeah, no, and again, like Johnny was saying earlier, it depends on what that person is doing. Now, I saw it get to a point where it went from, hey, this guy's bilking the community, this guy's trying to, shyster here and this and that, to everybody doing anything. If it's not Richard and his 4 products, it's a scam. And that was just where I had to put my foot down and say, I've had enough of that. We see it in society all the time. That's how things happen. It turns into a lynch mob, and the lynch mob gets crazy. And before you know it, it's.
Well, I know all too well your personality. You wouldn't allow for it. This man right here stuck up for me on at least 3 or 4 occasions. He said, if you don't like fucking
I'm
toss
sure it'll be 3 or 4 more too.
I guarantee it if I hang around. He said, if you don't like fucking toss God, he said, don't fucking lick him. If you don't like his flavor, don't lick him.
Yeah, you don't like his flavor, don't lick him.
I love that.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming. Appreciate all of you. Again, you guys go make a difference. Go make a difference and make the world a better place. You got the tools. Go do it, and don't let DeFi die. All right, everybody. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.